obviously this is a long season, took a while to get the bye week. Having 2 weeks off, if you're trying to look on the bright side, how much better do you kind of feel taking that time off?
It was hard not being away from the team, being away from my teammates and coaches. But, I feel like that week, I was able to, recoup, get back a little bit healthy. So, it's kind of like, good, but at the same time, I miss being here. So
I know you can't be in meetings during that week, so
yeah.
what do you kind of do to stay up to breast and then make sure you're not falling behind?
Just doing stuff on my own, trying to get some work, outside of the building, and then just trying to stay connected, with the teammates and all that, watching film. So
Where did you watch the game against the Rams? And what were your
the only
emotions?
place I could watch it was at the crib. So.
What was it like watching it from the outside?
It was awesome, to see them guys handle business. You know what I'm saying? I had no doubt in my mind that they'd go out there and take care of it. And so it was really fun to see, especially some of the young guys who are out there and get their opportunity to shine. So.
What do you think of Lathan's celebration?
Man, I was hyped. I could see it all the play was happening. I was like, oh, there you go. I could see it all the way. So I was happy for him to get his first sack. He had a great game. And I'm just excited. Sky's the limit for him. So.
Trey, when they brought you here, they wanted you to be a centerpiece. You've made a lot of really big plays. You've been used in a lot of different ways. You're starting to get Pro Bowl voting. How much has this year kind of helped you probably kind of get on that national stage?
Honestly, I really haven't focused too much on that. I think it's just the atmosphere that when I first came here, it was just an awesome, place to be, great people to work with, and that just helps, with everything else that, happens without, me thinking about it. So really, I just try to focus on doing my job, being the best team that I can be, and just trying to be a leader as best I can. Yeah. Obviously just getting some time to get my body back in shape, I wouldn't say in shape, but just to get my body back, healthy as I can be, and then just probably just getting my mental right. Not that it was off or anything, but just taking a step back and being able to process things that, I wouldn't be able to as much being in the season or being in the building as much, but yeah.
Did you watch the Saints-Bucs game yesterday?
I did.
And kind of, Dave said he watched it, and he said he got a little more emotional, things he tells you guys not to do.
Yeah.
Did he talk to you guys about that? And
Yeah,
watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Really the biggest thing is just everything's right in front of us. We got to control what we control, handle business, and as long as we keep it one game at a time, the Saints are a great team. So as long as we keep it one game at a time and do that, we'll be good.
You get emotional too watching it?
I mean, I was, I wouldn't say emotional, but it was good to see.
You guys have been so good at bouncing back from maybe bad games, not as great at sort of continuing after big wins.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something to learning how to win and learning how to handle success? And is this a group that is maybe getting better at that?
Yeah, I don't think it really has too much to do with that. I think it just really just boils down to the execution of each game and just being consistent with that. I think we know how to handle wins. I wouldn't say like that. That's the biggest part. It's just keeping our head down and doing what we know how to do, blocking out the outside noise, and just keep grinding and keep trying to get these wins.
How easy is that, though? I mean, you're in playoff contention. You say 1 week at a time, but it's not. It's natural to look maybe ahead of what could be. How do you stay in the moment in the week?
I feel like if you ride that roller coaster, your mind, the mental aspect of everything, you can get everywhere with it. So like I said before, you just got to keep your head down, do what we've been doing this whole season. That's all we know how to do is just work, and everything will take care of it. So
If there were an inclination to look ahead to the Bucs, because that's who you're chasing, is it the fact that the Saints got you last time, kind of bring it back to reality?
say that
Does
one
it
more
make
time.
it easier to keep the focus on the Saints knowing they came in here?
Oh yeah. I think the biggest thing for us is just the next opponent on the schedule. Like you said, just not looking too far ahead. Like I said before, we got everything in front of us, so it's we just got our minds on the Saints and how we gonna win that
Do
game.
y'all have a bad taste left over from that first Saints game, and what have you seen yesterday and the last few weeks from their quarterback?
Man, he's been doing his thing. Young guy, just making plays, just finding a way to get his team on board and finding ways to win. So, that's the biggest thing I took away from that game and even the game against us.